So what's in the street is that Burna Boy apologized for distancing himself from Afrobeat. I don't think Burna distanced himself from Afrobeat. I think he actually said something about Afrobeat not having substance and stuff like that. But Burna Boy never really distanced himself from Afrobeat because most of the records Burna Boy has made in the past are actually Afrobeat. So here's the video. I think this was an interview, and this is I feel like this is the first time I'm seeing Burna. I'm hearing Burna actually apologize for anything though. So let's see what's up. Let's see what Burna said on this interview.
An interview that I'd seen, and you was talking about almost breaking out Afrobeats from your point of view, and you was like, listen, I don't do Afrobeats. And as some people took it in a different, I wanted as my brother for you to clarify, because some people took it in a way where it felt like I don't want nothing to do with Afrobeats.
I'm so glad you said this today.
And I think even myself when I first read, I said, but this guy is Afrobeat, so this thing doesn't make sense. One day when we sit down, I will want to ask him to give me his version. Clarify on that.
So basically, when I got to Nigeria and started my career, right, you can check it from my first ever interview, my first ever whatever, you see that I said I do Afrofusion, right? Good. And why did I do that? Was because when I first got home, I realized that this music I'm making is not what everybody, it's like there was almost no place for it at home. I had to create my own place for it. Do you understand what I mean? And in creating my own place, that now became a place where people who had nowhere else to go would
the background music, dude. The background
people
music.
Who couldn't fit in. That's when I'll give birth to some what they now call alter movement in. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. You understand? So it wasn't a thing. That's like on my starting explanation. But like, you see, when I said it on that time, on that interview, it was because I didn't understand two things. One, I didn't understand why everybody just wanted my music to be inside one box, right? And it was a by force thing. When from 2010, I've been saying this is what I make. This is why, because I'm mixing all these elements and having an African base. You know, I'm not just aiming.
Okay, I don't think people were mad because Burna said he makes Afrofusion. I think Nigerians were mad because Burna Boy said Afrobeats lack substance. So, from what I'm hearing so far on this particular interview, Burna Boy is speaking on him saying he does Afrofusion. But I don't think that was a problem to anyone, though. That interview came out a long time ago. But I think when Burna Boy was about to drop his previous album, Burna Boy was on this interview with this man, and he said something like, Afrobeat, as they call it today, has no substance. Everyone is just having fun. And Nigerians were mad at Burna Boy because of that. But what I'm hearing so far is Burna Boy speaking on him saying he does Afrofusion. So I'm kind of confused.
Because I can't even possibly do, that's not who I am. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I needed something to explain that better. You understand? And now, the way I saw it, if you just put everything into Afro, you just put me into Afrobeats like that, you're now comparing Socrates to Kendrick Lamar. Do you understand why? Because they both say two things that rhyme. So now they both must be rappers. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They must both answer hip hop. But one is philosophy, one is hip hop. One is I don't know what Socrates did. Is it math? What he did something? Is it math?
Socrates was math.
It's not what Kendrick is doing, and it's not what Drake is doing. So that's really what I wanted to. But now the thing is, I didn't understand, that we needed an umbrella for this thing, for what we're doing to actually get somewhere. Like we needed that. It's like in order for us to be,
we needed that vehicle to take us somewhere.
On the same level as R&B, and as hip hop. You understand? Like hip hop was already established before they now did trap and before they now these other sub-genres come out.
We are together now.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So I didn't really come to terms with that part until I started seeing the reaction and seeing the division it was causing, and seeing how, you know, understand. So I now got the whole point of the Afrobeats tag in that moment, and then I understood that, okay, if I understood this, then I would have gone about it differently, because why would I want to destroy something I'm building?
Yeah. And it's such a beautiful way to wrap this into, because it was the vehicle that you was one of the main drivers.
Yeah.
It was almost saying, this is my stop. You guys,
like that's like, and it's crazy that people even took it like that. But that's not what it is. Obviously, there is the part where I didn't realize that, okay, this tag is, we need this to go anywhere.
Absolutely.
You understand? Because there won't be any R&B, and there won't be any hip hop, and there won't be any of these genres that are taken seriously if their beginnings were like this. If in their beginnings there was a lot of all these separations and all these, you understand? So I totally get it, and I apologize for that confusion.
Burna Boy just apologized for saying he does Afrofusion and not Afrobeat. But like I said earlier, I don't think people were mad at Burna because he said he makes Afrofusion and not Afrobeat, because Burna literally made that interview or made that statement a long time ago. People were mad at Burna because he said Afrobeat lacks substance. I think these were Burna's words. He said something like Afrobeat, as they call it today, lacks substance. Everyone is just having fun. So Nigerians were kind of mad because he said Afrobeat lacks substance. But Burna Boy apologized for saying he does Afrofusion. I don't think we're mad at Burna because of that. But yeah, I think at the end of the day he apologized. But yeah, but I don't think we're mad at him because he said he does Afrofusion. I think it was Whiskey that said something like he doesn't do Afrobeat, and it sparked this whole thing on X around the time, but not Burna. Burna said it a long time ago. You understand? So yeah, I don't think we're mad at Burna because he said or were Nigerians mad at Burna Boy because he said he does Afrofusion and not Afrobeat, or were Nigerians mad at Burna Boy because he said Afrobeat lacks substance? So kindly refresh my memory, because now I'm kind of confused. But yeah, kindly leave your comments down below. But Burna Boy apologized at the end of the day, and yeah, I hope you guys are rocking to the album though, because personally, I am rocking to the album. I like the album. I've been seeing some negative comments about the album, and it has me confused. I won't even lie. Burna Boy dropped one of the best projects to come out this year. I think what people are saying about Burna Boy's album is that it's evident that Burna Boy is targeting a different audience, and Burna Boy didn't try to connect with the Nigerian audience, and that has me confused because, bro, let me even go to the album. A whole bunch of people are saying they're not connecting with Burna Boy's album because it's looking like Burna went for the international audience. But yeah, you see songs like No Panic, bro, you still match all of them. No Sign of Weakness, bro, Africans can also relate to this song. Like, which one again? Buy You Life is clearly Afrobeat. Love is also a song I believe the African and Nigerian audience can F with. Ta ta ta. Okay, even I feel like, yeah, even ta ta ta. Them they Sweet Love is reggae. Okay, Sweet Love maybe for the Caribbeans, Jamaicans. Okay. 28 grams, bro. This one is definitely for cannabis lovers. Everybody can relate to this record. Kabiyesi. So Kabiyesi is literally a Yoruba word, bro. Empty Chairs. Besides Mick Jagger's part of the record, I still feel like we can relate to this record. Bundle by Bundle, of course. Born Winner. Bro, stop playing. There's nothing wrong with this album. So people say they can't relate to this Burna Boy album. Are having me confused, or they have me confused because I don't know what they be talking about. This album is literally for us, bro. This album is literally for us. So if you're there saying you can't connect to this album, I feel like you probably just don't F for Burna, and that's okay. If you don't F for Burna, you don't F for Burna, but you can't tell me that Burna was out there chasing the international audience with this particular album. No. That's cap. That's cap. But yeah, y'all leave your comments down below. Let me know your thoughts on everything. And y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay blessed.